Good evening.
Are you tired of asking, waiting, and hoping that life will give you what you want? Well, it's time to change your attitude and your mindset. The real magic is not in hoping for the best, but in decreeing that the best is already yours. Sound bold? I know, but it's exactly this unshakable confidence that makes all the difference. Today, you will learn how to stop asking and start decreate your reality. It's not about being arrogant or selfish, but about using the power of law of attraction to create what you want, exactly the way you want it. If you've been living with the feeling that things never go the way you plan, and that you're always waiting for something or someone to change your life, I'm going to give you the key to turning that game around. You don't need to ask for anything, everything you want is already within your reach. And in this video, I will show you how to access this power within you, based on Bob Proctor's teachings, which transformed the lives of thousands of people around the world. The time has come to understand that true abundance comes from within, and the only thing you need to do is decree your victory, with complete confidence that the universe will respond. Do you still doubt? Well, everything you need to change your reality is and learn to make asking a thing of the past. What you'll learn here is a powerful secret to attracting everything you want with just one simple step, taking control of what's rightfully yours. And when you learn to use the law of attraction correctly, you will see that what seemed impossible begins to happen with impressive ease. So what are you waiting for to decree what is yours? Let's go on this journey together. Life does not respond to timid requests. If you want something, stop begging the universe as if it were a favor. Instead, decide which is already yours. You see, when you enter a restaurant, you don't order a dish for fear that the waiter will deny it, right? You choose, order, and know that it will soon be at your table. The law of attraction works the same way. Don't ask, decree. From the moment you decide with conviction, without room for doubt, the game changes. And here's a secret that few people understand: the real decision doesn't just come from lip service, but from an internal state of absolute certainty. Want an example? Imagine an actor who already sees himself as an Oscar winner. He doesn't wait for the award to feel awarded, he walks, talks, and acts like one much earlier. This is how you should behave in relation to your desire. What you want is already yours, as long as you act like it. Many people fail because they decide something, but deep down they continue to doubt it. I mean, they say they will prosper, but they continue to look at their empty bank account as if that were the definitive reality. The true decision does not accept contrary evidence. If you've decided that something is already yours, you can't act like it isn't. If a king decided he was a king but continued to behave like a servant, what would happen? Exactly. Nothing would change. So, the first key to activating the law of attraction is simple: stop wishing and start determining. The decision is not just a thought, it is an unbreakable internal commitment. Do you want a successful business? So decide that you are already a successful entrepreneur and start acting like it. How does a businessman think? How does he make decisions? What type of environment does he frequent? Your answer to these questions should reflect your new reality. Now, if you think that deciding something is enough in itself, there is still one more essential ingredient in this equation. Because deciding is just the first step. But if you don't feel like you already have you really decided? Have you ever noticed how some people seem naturally lucky? Everything works out for them, as if the universe was in their favor. But do you know what really happens? They feel who already have what they want, before they even have it. That's the great trick of the law of attraction. It's not enough to decide, you need to feel like you already own what you want. If you want more money but every day you feel broke, guess what? You are reinforcing scarcity. The universe does not respond to words, but to the vibration of your feeling. But how can you feel something that is not yet physically present? Easy. Imagine that today your bank account had 1 million reais. How would you walk? How would you breathe? How would you make decisions? This feeling needs to be present now. You don't need to wait for money to hit your account to feel prosperous. If you act like someone who already has wealth, without despair, without attachment, your vibration aligns with what you want and the law of attraction does the rest. And see, This doesn't mean spending like a millionaire without being one. Means feel internally the freedom, tranquility and confidence of those who already have abundance. You can simulate this in your everyday life. Instead of thinking I can't afford this, switch to I choose to invest my money wisely. Small changes in the way you think and feel create a domino effect. The universe responds to your energy, not your bank account. If you want an amazing relationship, feel love now. If you want a healthy body, feel strong and full of energy now. Don't wait for the result to feel the emotion, because it is the emotion that creates the result. Most do the opposite, they wait to have it to feel it. But those who understand the law of attraction do it differently, they feel it first, and the universe responds by materializing this reality. Now think, you may have decided what you want, but are you feeling like it's already yours? Because without that emotional connection, your desire remains just a distant dream. But if you learn to vibrate in the right emotion, everything changes. Everything in the universe is energy, including you. And every thought, every emotion, every action you have emits a vibrational frequency. The great secret of the law of attraction is that you can only attract that which vibrates at the same frequency as you. Do you want prosperity? So there's no point in vibrating scarcity. Want an amazing relationship? So you can't carry past hurts. The rule is clear, you become a magnet for what you constantly feel and think. Have you ever noticed that when you're having a bad day, everything seems to go wrong? Coffee gets on your clothes, traffic gets worse, and even a simple email seems like a huge problem. This happens because your low vibration attracts more negative situations. But the opposite is also true. When you are well, excited, confident, everything seems to flow. You come across the right opportunities, meet the right people, and things just fall into place. Coincidence? No. It's just the law of attraction in action. So, the question is, how do you change your vibrational frequency to align with what you want? Simple. You need to think, feel, and act like someone who already has what they want. This means taking care of your daily thoughts, swapping complaints for gratitude, moving away from negative people and seeking content that raises your energy. Music, books, films, environments, everything influences your vibration. If you want wealth, consume content about wealth, talk about prosperity, hang out with people who think big. If your energy still doesn't match what you want to attract, your reality won't change. Think of a radio station. If you want to hear a specific song, you need to tune into the correct frequency. The same thing happens with your desires. If you are vibrating fear, doubt, or anxiety, you are in the wrong station and will not capture what you want. Change your tune and the universe responds. Now reflect, if your vibration were a mirror, what would it be reflecting today? Are you really on the right frequency to attract what you want? Because, if you're not, there's still time to adjust and tune your mind and heart with the reality you want to live. Doubt and fear are the biggest saboteurs of the law of attraction. If, deep down, you don't believe something can be yours, you've already lost it before you even start. Absolute certainty is what shapes reality. It's not enough to want, it's not enough to visualize, it's not enough to say nice words. If inside you still doubt, nothing happens. Your belief needs to be unshakable, because the universe responds to your conviction, not to your passing desires. Think of someone who buys a plane ticket. This person doesn't spend their days worried, wondering if the flight will happen. She simply knows that she is going to board and follows her routine normally. This is the level of certainty you need to have about your desires. If you want wealth but continue to doubt the possibility of being prosperous, you are sending contradictory signals to the universe. And guess what vibration it responds to? Exactly, that of doubt. The problem is that we have been trained to question everything, to need proof before we believe. But the law of attraction works the other way around. First you believe, then you see the results. Therefore, your mind needs to be reprogrammed. A good way to strengthen your belief is to study stories of those who have already achieved what you want. Read biographies of great entrepreneurs, watch interviews with successful people, engage with content that reinforces the possibility of your success. Another powerful technique is mental test. Close your eyes and imagine that your wish has already happened. How do you feel? Does your body react? If there is any doubt or resistance, it is a sign that your belief is not yet strong enough. Redo this exercise every day, until your mind accepts this new reality without question. Remember, you only manifest what you are absolutely sure you can have. Now, think about it. Do you really believe that your desire is possible? Or is there still an inner voice saying it's too good to be true? Because, if there is this doubt, it needs to be eliminated, and the most powerful way to do this is to see, clearly, your desire that has already been fulfilled. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your greatest desire fulfilled. But don't imagine it anyway. See the details, feel the emotions, notice the colors, the sounds, the smells. Visualization is not a simple daydream, it is a mental rehearsal that prepares your brain to accept that reality as certain. If you can't clearly see what you want, how do you expect the universe to materialize it? The clarity of the vision defines the strength of the manifestation. Think of an architect designing a house. He doesn't just say, "I want a nice house." He designs the rooms, chooses the colors, decides where each detail will be. This is how you need to visualize your desires. If you want a new car, what color? What does the upholstery smell like? How does it feel to hold the steering wheel? If you want an incredible relationship, what are your conversations like? How do you feel around this person? The more vivid your vision, the more powerful your vibration. And here's a secret: if your visualization doesn't move you, it's not strong enough yet. The brain doesn't distinguish between the real and the imagined, so when you see yourself living your goal with intensity, it starts to believe that it's already true. This is why high-level athletes use visualization before big competitions, because it activates the same areas of the brain involved in the real action. I.e. If you see clearly, you are already one step closer to truly living. If you want to boost this process, create a vision board. Take images that represent your desires and place them in a visible place. Write sentences that reinforce your goal. Look at it every day, feeling that it is already yours. Your subconscious will absorb these images as reality, and when you least expect it, your life will begin to reflect what you projected in your mind. Now tell me, do you have a clear vision of what you want? Or are you still stuck in vague desires, without a defined form? Because without this clarity, your mind cannot work for you, and without emotion, your vibration does not align with what you want. But when you feel and see clearly, the next step becomes inevitable, acting as if it were already yours. If you truly believe that something is already yours, your actions need to reflect that certainty. The law of attraction does not work without movement. There is no point visualizing, feeling, and believing if your attitudes remain in the same place. Anyone who wants a new reality needs to act in accordance with it. But we are not talking about any action, but rather the inspired action. The one that arises from the connection with your desire, that comes with enthusiasm and intuition, that puts you on the right path. Have you ever noticed that some people work hard but seem to go around in circles? While others, with less effort, make everything flow? The difference is in the quality of the action. Inspired action is not acting out of desperation, but with direction and purpose. If you want a new job, for example, don't just send out resumes randomly. Ask yourself, if I already had this job, how would I act? Would you study more about your area? Would you update your networking? Would you dress differently? These are the actions that bring you closer to your desire. Another essential point is learning to listen to the signals. The law of attraction gives you clues all the time. Sometimes it's a sudden idea, an unexpected invitation, a meeting that seems coincidental. These events are not flukes, they are opportunities arising because your vibration is aligned. But if you're not paying attention, you might ignore them. Therefore, always be open to new things and ready to act when you feel that internal impulse that this is the way. The great thing is that inspired action, it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. When you are aligned with your desire, effort becomes pleasurable and natural. The writer feels the desire to write, the entrepreneur feels the desire to create, the artist feels the desire to express. The right path always comes with a sense of enthusiasm. If your actions seem heavy and forced, perhaps you are trying to force something instead of going with the flow of what really drives you. Now, think about it. Have you been acting like someone who already has what they want? Or are you still waiting for everything to change and only then start taking action? Because the truth is one, when you act like you already have it, the universe has no choice but to deliver. And this delivery becomes even faster when you use the right words to shape your reality. The words you use shape your reality. Every time you say something, you are giving a command to the universe. And guess what? The universe always obeys. If you keep saying, "I'm unlucky, I never have money, it's difficult for me," your life only confirms these statements. But when you choose words of power, like "I am prosperous, I am successful, I attract opportunities," everything starts to change. Your words are orders, use them wisely. Want an example? Watch how successful people talk. They never say "I'm broken." At most, they say "I'm organizing my finances." They don't say "I can't do it," but rather "I'm still learning." This is because they understand that the brain and the universe take everything as truth. When you affirm something with conviction, your mind and vibrations start working to make it a reality. What you say becomes what you live. But be careful, it's not enough to say it mechanically. Words only have power when they carry feeling. If you repeat "I am rich" while inside you feel scarcity, you are sending mixed signals. The key is to speak in the present, with emotion and certainty. Instead of saying "I will succeed," say "I am successful." Change "one day I will have money" to "money flows to me easily." Feel the difference. The first sentence places the desire in the distant future. The second brings it to the now, and it is in the now that the magic happens. Do you want to strengthen this habit? Try creating powerful affirmations and repeating them every day. Do this in front of the mirror, looking into your own eyes. Say, "I am capable, I deserve it, I attract everything I desire." At first, it may seem strange, but over time, your mind accepts it as true. And when your mind believes, the universe responds. Now tell me, what words have you been using daily? Do they reflect what you want to attract, or are they sabotaging your vibration? Because one thing is certain, whoever dominates words, dominates reality itself. And when you add gratitude to this process, the effect becomes even more powerful. Most people only say thank you after they receive it. But here's the secret: if you wait to feel gratitude, you've already lost the game. The law of attraction responds to what you feel now, not what you want to feel in the future. When you give thanks in advance, even before the wish comes true, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe: "I already received it. This is already mine." And when this certainty exists, manifestation becomes inevitable. Think about someone who ordered an order online. She is not anxious, doubting whether the product will arrive or not. She knows it has already been purchased and is on its way. This is how you should face your desires, as something that has already been sent by the universe and is about to arrive. Give thanks today, as if you were already holding what you want. Do you want a new car? Feel the gratitude as if you were already driving. Do you want prosperity? Be grateful for the money that already flows to you. And the most impressive? Gratitude immediately changes your vibration. When you give thanks, there is no room for scarcity, fear, or doubt. Your focus moves away from lack and toward abundance. This aligns you with more things to be thankful for. The more you are grateful, the more the universe gives you reasons to remain grateful. It's a powerful cycle, and those who understand this accelerate any manifestation. Do you want to enhance this practice? Make it a habit to write down at least 5 things you are already grateful for every day. But don't write it anyway. Feel the emotion. Feel the impact of that on your life. And go further, also write about what has not yet arrived, but as if it were already reality. Something like, "I am immensely grateful for my financial freedom. I am deeply grateful for my wonderful new job." This small habit can completely transform your vibration. Now, stop for a moment and think, have you been thanking them in advance? Or are you still waiting to see to believe? Because the truth is that whoever thanks first, receives first. And when you combine that with consistency and persistence, it creates an unshakable strength. The manifestation journey is not a straight line. Persistence is the fuel that keeps the engine running, even when things don't seem to be going as planned. Many people give up after the first obstacle, thinking that the universe is not cooperating. But here's the truth: the universe tests your resolve. If you don't give up, manifestation approaches. The key is to continue, even when results are not yet visible. Have you ever heard of the famous story of the lamp and the genie? That magical moment when you rub the lamp and the genie appears. The difference between those who get what they want and those who give up early is the persistence. The genius is there, ready to fulfill your request, but you need to believe and continue with the certainty that it is already happening. Persistence is the secret of winners. They don't stop at the first no or the first not yet. They know that the law of attraction operates in its time, and that today's no can be tomorrow's yes. And what makes this persistence powerful is the consistency. Keep your vibration high, your words of power affirmed, your actions aligned every day. It doesn't matter if progress seems slow or if results aren't immediate. Consistency brings the energy necessary for you to attract manifestation naturally. It's like planting a tree. Growth is not instantaneous, but if you take care of it, water it, and believe every day, it will soon be bearing fruit. If you encounter difficulties or moments of discouragement, remember that the great demonstrators don't give up. They have a clear vision of what they want, deeply believe it is possible, and take action every day without fail. The secret is to do what needs to be done, even when the results have not yet appeared. Because when you persist and are consistent, the universe cannot resist. Now, think, have you been persistent in your desires? Or have you thought about giving up a few times? Because the truth is that only those who continue, without stopping, see the results up close. And when you stand firm, even small moments of doubt are overcome by the strength of your belief. The game only ends when you decide to stop, and if you don't stop, victory is inevitable. If there is something that can keep you from what you want, it is the mental environment in which you find yourself. Negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden. They grow quickly and can choke out your positive vibration. Therefore, controlling what enters your mind is one of the keys to manifesting your reality. It's not enough to just want what you want. You need to create a mental space where only what is positive and aligned with your goals is allowed to grow. What you hear, what you see, and even the people you interact with have a direct impact on your vibration. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with, and this also applies to the content you consume. If you surround yourself with negative news, people who don't believe in your potential or limiting thoughts, your vibration will align with this. It's time to create a mental bubble of protection. This means actively choosing what enters your mind and protecting your energy from influences that are not in line with what you want to attract. A good way to do this is to create a positive mental routine. This could include reading inspiring books, listening to podcasts that uplift your spirit, or meditating to quiet negative thoughts. If you feel like you are being invaded by thoughts of scarcity or fear, stop immediately and replace them with positive affirmations. Your mental environment needs to be fed with what you want to manifest. The more you fill your mind with what you want, the more it will automatically seek to align with those thoughts. Furthermore, it is essential to stay away from people and situations that drain your energy. What you allow into your mind directly affects your ability to manifest. If there are people around you who constantly demotivate you, criticize your ideas or doubt your abilities, cut ties, or, at the very least, limit contact. You need to be in an environment that supports your vision, not weakens it. Now, ask yourself, what is the state of your mind now? Are you surrounded by influences that fuel your desires, or are you being bombarded by doubts and criticism? Because the truth is one, when you control your mental environment, the universe starts working for you. And it is from this control that everything begins to align for the manifestation of what you want most. Now that you know the essential steps to stop asking and start decreeing, the question is, will you act on it? If you apply everything you learned here, with consistency and persistence, the results will not take long to appear. But the real question is, how committed are you to transforming your life? The universe responds to your level of belief and trust, so it's time to take the reins and act with the certainty that what is yours is already on its way. Now, I want to hear from you. What are the first decrees you will make for your life? Comment below and share your ideas. I would love to hear from you. Remember, nothing happens without action, and once you start taking action, manifestation comes faster than you imagine. And if you like this content, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the next videos. We go together, step by step, towards your best version. Don't miss the chance to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's do this together.